All right. Whew, uh, 13th May, I guess. Yep. 13th May, 5th of 13th May, 5th month, 2023. All right. Half year or on next month, half year will be like gone. Right. So lately, I've been thinking about it. Where where I am actually lacking. What I mean by that is, I see these people, not actually like I haven't talked to anyone, but I hear about them. Everyone does, right? There are stories that someone whose father was working as a mechanic, his son clears an exam, a prestigious exam into an IM or something like that. That kind of stories. So I sit here and I think, well, great to hear about it. They cleared that exam, and uh, maybe I won't admit it, but maybe there is an envy of what they are able to achieve, and yeah. So my situation goes something like this. If that person cleared that exam, right, or whatever it is that I envy in that person, and he came from a circumstances where they were not very optimal. I on a general basis, I get the idea. Everyone is living quite a different life, but it's same in some ways. Like it's same in work, right? If there is a student A, there is a student B, they might have a different life or an environment, right? But they are studying the same thing. The core work is the similar, right? So if that guy cleared IMs or whatever, what circumstances under that guy cleared IM? Like maybe he didn't have a good place to study and something like that, or maybe he did. I just don't have that information, but it's fascinating because I'm not very far from that situation. If I analyze my situation, well, obviously I am in certain ways better situation, and obviously in a very better environment, but I just can't seem to find a dot where i'm I'm just like I just can't find a drive. What I mean by it is like these people might be driven, I don't know what their heads work like, but I guess they might have driven by their situations or by the circumstances they live in, and they just don't want to be in that. And I have grown accustomed to my circumstances, and I think I hate it in a lot of sense, but I also accept that it's good and it's better, and sometimes it feels wrong to appreciate what you have, but I need to understand that I can't hate something just because it's like it doesn't matches my expectations. My current circumstances just fulfill the basic needs, whatever the basic needs there are. So I am very content with my circumstances. And maybe that person isn't content with. He's constantly, fighting to get ahead, and they do. And the point is, have I loosened the touch with if I have loosened the touch and the rage of changing my circumstances, where do I lie on, point? Because I still have that something inside me that tells me we have to achieve excellence, right? But these things that tell me we have to achieve excellence is not, you know, coming from a genesis of my environmental circumstances or uh, order to change. It's much more to effect of how, I would like to be perceived by the world in the matter of intelligence. It's not about what things I would have as a result of me using that intelligence in the world. It's just I don't want to be perceived as a dumb person, which ultimately world perceives you to be a dumb person because you don't have a lot of stuff. It's just the way what I have been saying, you know. It happens. That's how it works, right? On other note, I I have stopped realizing my small progress and small achievements, and I feel like I'm stuck. But really, I'm just moving forward slowly, right? So earlier I used to have these things where I will freeze up before the exam, before a day or two. It's like I will go completely shitless blank, and I will like, fuck, I don't know what to do. That happens still, but a lot less. And even when I know that I don't know what the fuck to do, I wake up during my exams and I just do the shit. I just pick up the paper, I read it, I understand it, I write about it, whatever the subject it may be. I try to understand it, fabricate answers, not fabricate sounds like it is not okay, but yeah, you know uh, create answers by my own. That's what I do. And then next day I go in full blaze mode, blazing guns, and I give the exam like totally fine. I'm not stressed at all. While they point, I just write what I write with the intensity of knowing that what I'm writing is what I have studied or close to what I have studied. Like I write stuff. And that wasn't like that. Like every exam that I have given previously during my school days and high school days, they were a lot aligned with anxiety and me going shitless blank, and I was like, okay, this won't matter. And I know current exams won't matter, but I still try to achieve somewhat of a better than the last time results in my exams, right? That's my approach towards it. Like I will study. So that has something which has changed from past, and I often don't recognize that fact, and that's just, well, wrong to do in the first place. Um, Beside that, I don't recall anything else. There are small things that have changed. My perspective towards a lot of subjects have changed. A lot of things that I admire now that I don't used to, and there is a contentment with my position and timing. Right? I don't. I feel like I should rush, but I'm like one thing at a time, as it should be, right? You get to that level of working really hard when you are somewhat done with your basics. But right now, I consider myself to be in my basics. So yeah. Coming to the point, thing is, lately I've been thinking about it, and I think I understand what does it means to like really work. Somewhat I understand. I don't understand what like actions or in the in sense of actions and exactly how you do it, but I understand the underlying emotions behind it. Because during the manic episodes, right, you, before manic goes full maniac, there is this phase where you intent and try your intent is to be more productive. So your sleep cycles are messed up. You tend to work and think about 100 different things, but you try to just work, right? Every single second is optimized for work. And I think even though it's not the way, it is a way of working. And I've been there, I've done that. Maybe not in my, all aware senses, but my body has gone through, uh, my mental health has gone through that phase of conditioning. That's what I would say. So it's not like that state lies far ahead. That state lies somewhere a little bit out of my comfort zone, but it's near, like it's an achievable state where I can really work. And that's what I want to do, right? Why? Well, look, I understand few things, and some of the few things that I understand is that I might not get into I am scared, like I've seen my older um report cards, and they are not good by any means, like literally by any means they are not good. But then I see this concept, right? Percentile. And what a percentile shows is how much you have scored other than the 99 percentile of the people, or whatever your percentile is. So if it's 70 percentile, it's like if 100%, there is 100% of people giving exams, you have scored more than the 70% of those people, right? That's such an interesting thing. Like, it just shows you, that okay, so you are above 70% of the people. That means you're still average. How much is 70% above than all the other people? It will come down to something like, yeah, I don't know, 12,000, 13,000 students, whoever, how many the exams have given. So it's like by giving this exam, I can grow on the evidence of how uniquely positioned I am in a world of these people who are giving the exams, right? And eventually, at some point, I want to do the MBA thing, but yeah, I have got to do a little bit of my background reconfiguration before I move on to MBA, right? And I don't know how world will change, so I will still reconsider, whatever. Like I will have to look into it. But yeah, that percentile tells you everything that you need to know. And what I wanna do is I wanna score a really high percentile. Now my expectations can be really unrealistic. They can be dead ass unrealistic, like 99 percentile. Now, me being an average student, haven't seen those numbers on a chart that relate to me by any means. I think I lost that a long time ago. But given the circumstances and given the time frame and given everything, I think me scoring a 96 percentile is not that far away. 96 percentile is still good. 97 percentile is still good. 99 might get, and it might require some edge to get to 99, but 96 is fairly achievable by what I heard, by the people around me. So 96 percentile, There goes. That's a dream, baby. So what now? Now we have a target. Do we believe in the target? Like that's what we wanna dedicate our time to for whatever the period we have till the examinations occur. The answer is well, yes. Fuck yes. Why? Because in past I have ran away from these type of examinations saying it's too competitive. Now I realize the competition lies in shadows of everything. Like even if you just pick up a very niche place, you wanna make productivity content on YouTube in Hindi, there is a lot of competition there too. Like a lot. So what do? The thing is, you just have to fight through the competition. There is no running back to a place where there is no competition or you are going to create a market. Right. You are only going to create a market or a specific thing when you are on top of something. Like don't, you are already excelling in something and now you just happen to create. That happens most often, right? People are just excelling in one area and now they look towards it. They become so well versed with the whole area. Now what they do is they create something new out of their knowledge. They go into research, redefining the rules because they now understand the rules and now they want to break it. So yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be hard, right? I mean, it should be, it will be, but 96 percentile is what I'm aiming for, and I think that's great. But beyond that, I'm aiming for something else. Like 96 percentile will give me validation for sure, but I'm aiming for something more. I'm aiming for my ability to analyze and see data and numbers from a different perspective than I do right now. See, when I read a question of math, you know, data and numbers go in a very default place, and I don't want them to go there. Like, I want to read a question and I want to hear a number and I should allocate 10 different sorting values to it. Like, I want to have some kind of skills to navigate numbers. That's my main goal because after this, regardless of my regardless of uh, my success or failures, and this, I'm I'm going to pursue something else right after that, that being CFA. And while that is happening, I'm also going to find a freaking job in whatever the field as an associate, something to do with valuation and Excel sheets. Right. So, uh, that's like the main goal. Understanding what numbers really mean and their applications. Improving my logical standards and validate all that I succeeded to a quite a good level or an average level, I will have my 96 percentile if I scored. This is something that I want to do for my next 3 to 4 months. And that's plenty of time from what I understand. Like, so alright. Now, if I talk about the thing is, I don't understand um some things from from what I understand how my mind works is I need a lot of context behind things, a lot of reasoning as to why I should give my time and energy to it, or else I'm not gonna really pursue it. Like I don't run behind the things blindly, and that's okay and not okay at the same time. You know, like it's okay because when I will try to give better of something, pursue something for better, I will know that this is what I want to do. And when I don't, will just not pursue it. Like I will know wholeheartedly to not pursue it. And the cat, I was very confused till now. I'm not anymore. I know that I want to do this. I know I want to burn in this process and change the things that I want to change, achieve what I want to achieve. Right. That's my way to go about it. So we shall do it. Also, but here's the thing. People say that if you want exceptional result in exceptional time, but you are doing the same things other people are doing, then you might not reach there. All right, I get it. So what you are trying to say is I should have some extreme approaches to reach these results. All right, I understand that. So what extreme approaches can I take in my quest to achieve what I want to achieve? Let's, well, analyze. I wanna not contradict any. Okay, I wanna just see where my thought process leads. When it comes to reading, I think one of the extreme ways to take it is reading light for a fixed amount of time. Right? I will read for a fixed amount of time. Right. But what is the function of this reading? What do I want to accomplish by reading. Understanding complex text and meaning. Well, I want to understand the meaning, context, and create a map of what I'm reading and rough idea of what's happening really fast. That's my goal with reading. But while this is my goal with reading, it will also come down to help me be more articulate, right? Comprehension of it will like comprehend what is and what is not. Like I can no shit what I'm saying. So I will be more articulate, but that also needs to happen when I write. So what will happen when I try to write? Well, writing is something I wanna do. How I wanna do writing is not known. Like what extreme process I can align to my writing where I have to just write. I just don't have an idea, clear understanding about because look reading thing I can do. I have a whole setup. I can go live and I can read for that time being. Writing I don't understand because the writing I don't know how to put it forward. Like writing, I can write a series of things on what I can write, but I don't know how to like associate an action. Maybe I can apply the being live thing when writing to it, but I know it will. I don't know. I will try it, but that's what I wanna do. So write, read. Coming on the side of quantitative aptitude. So quantitative aptitude. What can I do in quantitative aptitude that I have to absolutely do it? So every chapter has a I mean, every chapter is somewhere, associated with chapter from our 10th, 12th, and something like that. What I can do is I can go through that chapter first, create an idea of solving very basic questions from that chapter and books, and then I can move on to some questions of quantitative aptitude. And that's what I can do right now. That's the way to do it, I think. RS अगर this is a very rough map of what I'm trying to build, but you see, it's a complicated thing in itself, right? All right. I think I will need to do a little more moving around with whatever the material I have to understand how I can navigate this. We'll look at it later. um, all right, that was pretty much it. Um, that is pretty much it. Like, I would do something and come live again later on, but for now, that was it. All right, let's see how our life went and all.